Camden. We are about to start game 2 of the first round playoff between North Cobb High School and Camden County High School here in Kingsland, Georgia, down on the coastal corner of the state. This is all on Georgia live streaming. We have 40 affiliates in the state. Camden County is one of them. And we are going into the second game. If Camden County wins this game, which they lost the first game 4-2 to North Cobb, if they win this game, then it splits the series, and then we will know what time yet. I'm sure we'll find out for you guys, but that will be Saturday here again in Kingsland. So we will be starting shortly. Stay tuned. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. We enjoy the interaction with the fans in and out of state who are watching their friends and relatives compete at the highest levels of baseball in the state of Georgia. And we are glad to bring this to you. Stay tuned. with Alan Rossi, City Councilman of the City of St. Marie. Excuse me, Rossi. And just say a few words for us. Give us a little bit about what you think about what happened in the first game. Give us your analysis.
Well, I think the thing that we have to watch out for is that we've got a lot of problem with errors, execution. It's like that old movie from the Patriot, aim small, shoot small. Sometimes that ball just gets away from us when they're not focusing on what they got to do at hand. And that showed there was that just little things behind the plate and all that. The ball went back to the fence and execution.
Absolutely.
And it's a chess match, And our pitching's awesome. I mean, we got some issues, but that's because the defense is now coming through on their end. So I could talk for hours.
Oh, yeah. Well, we sure do appreciate you stopping by and supporting what we're doing here. We had over almost 4,000 views in the last game, and we reached over 60,000 people.
That's awesome.
So we're hoping to get a little bit better viewership in the next game, and if Camden wins, they will play Saturday. Do you know what time they play?
2 o'clock p.m.
2 o'clock p.m. on
So if we
got
to win this game,
if we
play
win
tomorrow
game
too.
2, right? Okay, that's great.
And we got Ian Smith coming into the game pitch. He's a senior, and been a strong. We have a strong senior class and great leadership there. So hopefully they'll rise up this second game and help us out.
We do have some good seniors here. I've taught a couple of them out here, and they're strong. They're strong students in the classroom, and they're good leaders on the field.
What do you think about that ninth grader that came out?
Absolutely, that was good.
That's Corey Dowdell. He's just a ninth grader.
Wow. Yeah, he's
just a ninth grader.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of the Big Hurt. These kids don't know who I'm talking about, but
that's right.
You know who the Big Hurt is? Oh my gosh, Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. And you notice these uniforms Camden's wearing, it kind of has that White Sox feel to it. Not that I'm a White Sox fan or anything. And then last night, now we got to change subject here. I got to talk about football a little bit.
That's okay.
Do y'all mention that yet?
No, we haven't talked about football.
No,
we did mention football. We mentioned Gerard Davis getting picked in the first round.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Lions. And
you talk about a classy individual.
Hero, yeah.
I mean, one of the most humble young men you'll ever meet.
He is. I had a chance to teach him a little bit. He was in my anatomy class for a little bit and decided to jump ship and go to another class.
Yeah. Yep.
But he's a great young man.
Well, and the neat thing is we've even seen with the Camden baseball program, the entire school, we got some awesome kids here.
We do.
We're very blessed in Camden County to have the kind of kids we have. And we got a stellar wrestling program. Coach Spear was here just earlier. And
they're always innovating. That's the thing. They innovate. They consistently innovate not only on the athletic field, but they innovate in the instruction at the school. It shows in our test scores, and it shows in our the type of students that we're sending to these colleges and technical schools.
Yes, very much so.
Well,
but the beautiful part is that we don't have any smoke blowing from the west this way. We got that sea breeze blessing us and keeping the gnats away and the smoke away. So,
For those of you that are coming in out of state, or you're a native to North Georgia, if you've ever been down to South Georgia, deep coastal South Georgia, the sand gnats will eat you alive. So that's what we're talking about when we say gnats. We're talking sand gnats.
They got me pretty well when we did the Brunswick game down here a couple weeks ago.
Hang on one second.
Profanity, degrading remarks, and
yes, sir.
action.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming.
Will not be tolerated under grounds or
Rask got called away, so he may come back. Here he comes.
Yeah, no, they didn't know the passcode to my.
Oh, gotcha.
at today's event.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah, real quick, I'll tell you a little bit about All on Georgia, what we're doing here. We're partnered with these students to help them with the broadcasting. We're actually in 40 counties. It is a hyper-local information in each county that we're in. We just started Camden a few months back. And just so you know, I understand you are in an elected position. It's very heavily in the political side of things. Anything that you've got going on, it's an excellent mouthpiece to where you can publish anything unedited, unfiltered, basically just communicating to the community. So any elected officials has that opportunity as well. So
we're not mentioning the CI though.
No. Just wanted
this
you.
Is in general. Yeah.
Just wanted you to be aware. I mean, it's a, I was actually a state representative and served in Atlanta, and that's where the idea of this site came from. And we're 2 years old. We started in 2 counties. Now we're in 40. But elected officials like yourself, there's no better avenue of being able to speak directly to the people that you represent. So
I appreciate you allowing us that opportunity, and I'm big on technology and social media, and this is a phenomenal means. Live streaming is to reaching the folks of Georgia and Southeast Georgia primarily, and we've got a phenomenal elected official from Camden County, and Jason Spencer. Not that anybody would know that man, but he's done Camden County proud, and we're very blessed here in Camden County. So
we've been impressed since we've been here. Very, very neat community, and a lot of good people we've run across so far. The administration here has been great. The athletic department's been great to work with, and coach for the baseball team, Coach Seymour's been very helpful, and it's all about these kids. So we're looking forward to being a partner here for a while.
That's one of the beautiful parts about being in Camden County, is that we can have trials and storms come our way, whether it be the paper mill or the Hurricane Matthew, but it's all about the kids.
Absolutely.
It's just, and we've seen some incredible success in Camden athletics and in the classroom, and we're just very blessed to be here. And I may be from Indiana, but St. Mary's and Camden County to heart now, and I'm not leaving anytime soon, so they're stuck with me.
Well, we've enjoyed you sitting in with us, and
not a problem.
You're welcome anytime.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Absolutely.
And
we appreciate you stopping by. It looks like we're getting closer to getting
we get our
ready.
We'll get our boys mic'd up, and we'll get a few more games under them. They're getting better as they go. This is their second broadcast, so they're still a little green.
But that's okay. That's what this is about.
Well, I started out doing television broadcasting with WNDU, South Bend, Indiana,
Right.
home of the Irish. Not that I had to bring that up, but so I was very blessed that I got to see Digger Phelps and Adrian Dantley and Bill Lambier and all those incredible coaches through Camden County or through Indiana, and I was very involved in technology then, and the video boards at Camden County, those are my babies.
Oh, really?
And so I just very blessed, and my son helps run the video boards with me now, and it's a family endeavor. It really is. And
so how long have you been in Camden County?
15 years. 15 years, and I came here in 2002, and I was announcing Camden baseball, and Coach Jeff Herron came over here and wouldn't leave me alone until I started helping them do football. and he kept having these ideas with music stuff, and so I do all the music for the football program, and so it was pretty funny though, because I think I'm the only person probably in sports history that got fired by the head coach 5 times for pulling pranks on him. But I put his picture up on the video board, or I'd play. I knew how to have fun, and that's what's really important.
Well,
and
we were talking about this a while ago. We'd love to be having the music playing through that y'all have going. We tried that on a few games, and Facebook kicks us off for copyright issues.
Oh, yeah, you got to abide by those P's and Q's.
YouTube's the same way, so.
Yeah, but and then I was in youth ministry. That's how I got here, as I was doing youth ministry. And
oh, wow.
Then I retired from youth ministry, but I've been a contractor for the school system since 2003. And so graduation, I set up all the sound and video, and we run that, and then, so I've been very blessed. But I work full-time for the Navy Marine Mammal Program.
Okay.
So I work with dolphins and sea lions full-time. So,
wow.
So I can't get into that part of it because it's kind of classified. But it's a fun job, but, but it's just been very awesome to be here. And I don't know what I was drinking when I decided to run for city council, but
you have to be careful what you ask for, I can tell you.
Yeah, God has a sense of humor and takes us in places sometimes we don't want to go.
Absolutely.
But, I was great trying to find other people to volunteer for it, but evidently it was all on me. So
Yeah, sometimes you got to put yourself out there to make a change.
well, what did Forrest Gump say? Stupid is, and stupid does.
Right.
Sometimes that's how I feel.
Yep.
Well, I'll let you get to the game, guys.
Well, we
Appreciate your
enjoyed
time.
it. Thank you again. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're live. So we need an. Game 2 starts now.
Back here live, the second game, guys. Just like to introduce everybody. I'm here with Thomas Spencer.
What's going on, everybody? I'm here with Rylan Bladen and Dion Jordan. We're here to call this second game.
And Dion Jordan. First game didn't go as planned for Camden County as they lost 4-2. The main play coming from a left field error in the third inning, which gave Cobb the 4-1 lead. Good little catch there by the pitcher. Top of this first inning brings it to 1 out. And for North Cobb, up to bat we have Brooks Bryan. For people just tuning in, the final of last game was 4-2 North Cobb. And if Camden wins this game, we will play tomorrow, Saturday, at 2 o'clock. And if Camden loses this game, then that will be the end.
Camden's really trying to force a game 3 here on North Cobb, as North Cobb won the game last game that we streamed.
Third base, bringing it 2 outs in the inning.
Camden trying to get off to a fast start here.
Mylan Ellerson up to bat for Camden County. Pretty good game last game. Got a few hits. Mylan gets a very great hit, pretty deep, and it will be just inside the park, but it's a double for Mylan. Hits off the wall, just a few more feet, and that would have definitely been out of here. But third man in the order gets on to double. Gets on to second, my bad, with a double, and Josh Parker comes up to bat now with 2 outs in the inning.
They're playing aggressive now in this game, trying to get this W so they can play tomorrow versus them at 2 o'clock.
Josh Parker at the bat. 1-0 count, 2 out in the innings. Mylan on second. Oh, that is 1 strike, my bad. There's 1 ball there. 1 ball, 1 strike. One count, 2 outs here. The pitch. The strike. Checked his swing there, but still didn't come in handy as it is a strike, so it is a 1-2 count. The pitch. And the grounder to first. That will stay fair, and it will tap first base, and that will be the end of the first half of the first inning. So that brings us to our break, and I would like to speak a few words about the GHSA. The Georgia High School Association is a voluntary, nonprofit organization composed of over 450 public and private high schools. The GHSA administers regulations for region and state competition in 16 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participant safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, visit ghsa.net. Follow GHSA on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at official GHSA. The Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their valued support of the high school athletics and activities. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, Georgia Electrical Membership Corporation, Technical College System of Georgia, Gatorade, Wilson, EasyGo, Atlanta Hawks, Mizuno, Sport Medicine South, U.S. Army, Atlanta Track Club, NFHS Network, Georgia Army National Guard, Regions Bank, and Georgia Public Broadcasting. Now I'd like to swing it over to Thomas Spencer for some of our local sponsors.
All on Georgia Camden would like to thank the Camden County School System, the Camden County Athletic Department, specifically Coach Coffey, Mr. Gary Blunt, and head baseball coach, Coach Seymour. Thank you for supporting All on Georgia and the opportunities they are allowing students like us learn the technology involved in live streaming and being part of sports journalism. Local sponsors of the game, Georgia Nurse Care. Visit them at georgianursecare.com with all your home nurse care services, and they're out of Brunswick, Georgia. We'd also like to thank Oakwell Armory at www.oakwellarmory.com. We would like to thank Mr. Howard Davis of Oakwell Armory for his sponsorship. We'd also like to give a big thank you to our statewide sponsor of Student Partnership Program with All of Georgia, Kyle Durance and Durden Pekin in Metter, Georgia.
Now batting for the Warriors, second baseman, number 4, Andy Grekel.
Back here, batting for North Cobb, number 4, Andrew Grekel. 1 ball, no strikes here. Bunt attempt, missed.
Thought he had it there, but he didn't quite get the bunt to go, so he's going to go up for his another pit. Well, his another bat, sorry.
The Camden defense is trying to keep their streak going as they played really good defense in the last game.
Swung on a low ball there. For everyone wondering, it is number 3, Ian Smith, on the mound, pitching for Camden this game. Once you count here, no outs in the inning. Got him swinging and popped very high over the home dugout here. Bring it to a 1-2, or stay at a 1-2 count, my bad. With the pitch, got Andrew swinging there. Quick out there. 1 out in the inning.
They've been trying to get off to a fast start as they did last game. If they could avoid the mistakes, if Camden can avoid the mistakes this game, they could possibly pull out a win and pull it to a game 3.
Ian with the pitch. Brett holding off of that. Strike 2 here. Very well hit. But over the North Cobb dugout. 0-2 count. Swinging on it again, but popped up again over the wayside bleachers. pitch. Holding off that one. Let's bring it to a 1-2 count. Swung on this one. Fouled on the third base line. Pitch and the hit by Brett Squire. Thrown and out. So that's get Brett Squires out. So bring it to 2 outs in the inning. We now have number 10, Tristan Dobbs, up to bat.
Next batter is number 10, first baseman, Tristan Dobbs.
Held off that strike there. 0-1 count.
Low there, and that's going to be a ball. So that's going to be a 1-0 count. One count.
Held off that breaking ball there. Brings us to a 2-1 count. Foul behind home plate. That'll bring it to a 2-2 count.
Game for Camden is still going good. If it weren't for a few mistakes in the previous game, it'd be a closer game, but mistakes ruined Camden's chances last game. If they can prevent from any mistakes in this game, they could possibly pull out a win.
Pitch. Swung on. And it will slide and make the catch. Great catch by the outfielder there. Great effort. Bring to the end of the first inning. It is scoreless here. North Cobb versus Camden County.
Great athletic catch by right fielder. He was able to get him out there, and that was a really nice play.
All on Camden County and all on Georgia. I'd like to thank Camden County School System for allowing us to come out here and having our students who intern with us do this as an opportunity to explore and see if they want to do sports journalism. And last time we interviewed Dion Jordan and Rylan Bladen, who are helping us call the game. But we'd also like to interview the third announcer who's with us, Thomas Spencer. Thomas, what inspired you to want to do this and be a part of doing some broadcasting and announcing? What was your inspiration?
I've been watching sports pretty much all my life, and I've always loved it. Always loved the feel of commentating it. And one of my favorite, inspirations and role models is Larry Munson, who was once the Dogs radio announcer for football. And he really inspired me in his calls and historic calls. I like to go on YouTube and listen to him. They got a playlist on there, and it really it made me feel a joy for broadcasting, and so I always wanted to try it out. And I actually love it now, and I want to keep on doing it.
All right. Well, you heard it there, and we're here to help. We're here to help students, and we'd like to appreciate Mr. Duran in Metter, Georgia, for being a statewide sponsor of this program that we do for students. And now we're back and ready to start the bottom of the first.
Little stat for the second game here. Ian Smith was throwing 86 to 88 miles an hour that first inning. That's pretty fast, I would say. I certainly couldn't do that. But now we got Hunter Dean up to bat here. Swung on. Looks like he was swinging for the fences with that one, but it is a 1-1 count here.
Let's see if Camden can get their offense going this game, and let's see if North Cobb can get their defense going.
Pitch here. That was a scary hit there and almost hit the guy in the catcher in the face, but good thing he's got that nice helmet on there to keep him safe.
The question from Billy Young, who's on the mound for the Warriors, it is actually Debo Sharp on the mound for the Warriors, number 20. Thank you for your question, and if anyone has any more questions, they can just send them in and we'll answer them right here for you guys. Hunter Dean swinging on that again, and swinging and missing, so that will bring it to 1 out in the inning.
Justin Mesmer will come into bat for the Wildcats.
Mesmer in the game for the Wildcats. Holding off that ball there, brings it to a 1-0 count. Sharp with the pitch, down a little low, brings it to a 2-0 count.
They're trying to get some points on the board.
Mesmer holding off that strike there, brings it to a 2-1 count. The pitch and the hit by Mesmer, but that goes past the away side bleachers onto the softball field. So it brings it to a 2-2 count with 1 out in the inning.
Flew over to the softball field again.
Mesmer holds off that pitch in the dirt, brings it to a 3-2 count. So we have a full count here.
Want to swing at this one to avoid a out.
Mesmer holding off that strike there, so that's another strikeout for Sharp, and that brings it to 2 outs in the inning. Next batter for Camden County, we have the lefty, number 20, Chris Mobley. So 2 outs here in the inning. The pitch from Sharp and the check swing, but he hits it foul behind home plate, and that'll bring it to a 0-1 count. Chris Mobley swinging there, brings it to an 0-2 count here with 2 outs in the inning. Is empty here. The pitch from Sharp and the strikeout again by Sharp. So I believe that was 2 strikeouts in the inning from Debo Sharp.
Through that first inning, no one was able to get on base. The offenses are kind of coming off slow, as you can see. Like, the defenses are showing up.
Think about this game so far, Thomas. I think it's pretty defensive. What about you?
Yeah, but it was only the first inning, so we got... Oh, well, we're going on to the top of the second, and right now it's a tight game here in Kingsland. Oh, sorry, bottom of the second. But yeah, it's a very defensive game here. 2 defenses playing really well, and they're able to get nice 3 outs really quickly.
I'd like to shout out the pitchers too, as they're pitching very well. My bad. Going into the bottom of the second. We could expect some of the same. A lot of defensive play. No hints of offense just yet, but any team could break out at any moment. Number 24, A.J. Diaz up here to bat. North Cobb holds off that, brings it to a 2-0 count. Ian Smith, 2-1 count, my bad. 1-1 count, my bad. Gets the out there at first base.
Next batter for North Cobb is shortstop number 13, Clay Wright.
Both of these teams trying to get someone on base and still trying to get some points on the board.
With the hit there, out to center field. Very shallow, maybe infield. Milan able to get that one in his hands. And brings to 2 outs in the inning. So now we have number 23, Devontae Cameron out to bat. See what he can do here.
There's now in favor of the outfielders. They don't have to worry about getting that sun in their eyes, so they're able to catch these balls and get under them.
I like how you brought up the outfielders, Thomas, but you can't remember the pitcher as well because the sun was just as much in the pitcher's eyes as it was the outfielders. So I wouldn't say the outfielders get a break, but it's easier for the pitcher to see when he's pitching. Do a 1-1 count here. Devontae Cameron trying to make something happen. Ian with the bat. Ian with the pitch. Great hit. And the right fielder corrals it in, and that is the end of the second inning.
At the end of 2 innings, the score...
Innings there. Defense is on top. Let's see what happens in the third.
0. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, please remember to visit the concession stand for a variety of snacks from nachos, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, french fries, cheese fries, chili cheese fries, and tater tots. They also have candy, chips, sunflower seeds, and soft drinks. While you're at the concession stand, there's also Camden County baseball gear for sale. Thanks for supporting your Camden Wild.
Once again, we would like to thank our local sponsors of the game. We would like to thank Georgia Nurse Care. Visit them at georgianursecare.com. We would also like to thank Oakwell Armory at visit them at www.oakwellarmory.com. And we would also like to thank Mr. Howard Davis of Oakwell Armory for his sponsorship.
Again, as we're on this break, if Camden can win this game, this will split the series, and they will be forced to go to a Game 3, which will be aired at 2 o'clock Saturday.
Josh Parker up to bat here, top of the third. Held off that pitch. 1 ball, 0 strikes, 0 outs in the inning. The pitch and the ball. Brings to a 2-0 count here. Good job by Josh. Seeing off that ball, having a good eye at the plate. Got 3 balls, no strikes now for Josh. Looking pretty good for him. Tim Parker, my bad. Tim Parker, not Josh. Josh is his brother. Ball 4 for Tim Parker. He gets on first base and 0 outs. So Cole Loden is coming up next to bat.
First time someone getting on the base in the whole entire game. I'm going to try and make this a more exciting game.
Cole with the hit, and he will be out at second, and Cole will say put it first. So this is 1 out in the inning, and back to the top of the order. Ian Smith will come up to bat now. Ian with the hit. Goes right over home team dugout. So it'll be 1 strike. The ball's 1 strike. Seeing what's doing out at first, nothing doing. So he'll come back to the mound. The pitch to Ian, and the runner runs from first and tries to steal second, and the runner from first is out. So this will bring it to 2 outs in the inning, and Ian will be on base. Ian will be at the plate. Batting.
He tried it, but he didn't have success with trying to steal second base.
The ball's 1 strike, 2 outs. Ian swinging. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch and the strike. Another strikeout. So this will be 3 outs in the inning, and this will bring it to the bottom of the 3rd. Back to the game here. North Cobb up to bat here, and Jonathan Young is up to bat. Ian Smith still on the mound for Camden County. The pitch, the swing, That is in the infield, and Ian will try and will catch it. So, quick first out there in the bottom of the third.
Key moments here today in this game right now. It's just been a bunch of defense, so.
Now batting for North Cobb, designated hitter number 8, Christian Tatro.
Christian Tatro at the bat now. Holding off that strike, it'll be 0-1 count.
We do it down here.
The batter for North Cobb actually wanted the umpire to check his hat. I don't really understand the reasoning behind that. Ian Smith is pitching a great game so far. There's no reason to believe that anything was in his hat. There was really no reasoning behind that at all. What do you think about that, Thomas?
To be honest with you, I thought that was a little bit of a ridiculous call there by the batter, but there's also a little bit of tongue lashing over there in the Camden dugout, so a little bit of tension coming around.
Ian with the pitch and the throw, a little high there. The Camden fans under Ian right now because they believe that Ian should have not been put on the spot like that. Maybe he's trying to rattle his momentum here. Ian with the pitch and the hit. The outfielder will catch that, and that will be 3 outs in the inning. After 3 innings, Ian Smith is pitching a perfect game. Ian Smith got a little carried away there. Thought he had the 3 outs, but he actually has 2 outs. So that perfect game is still there, but not quite. So Tatro wanted to check his hat, maybe to rattle him, but did not work as he got out. So pitch a little low there. 1-0 count. Pitch a little low there. 2-0 count. Matthew Terrell is up to bat here now. 2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch and the hit. That is a out. That is an out. A great stretch by the first baseman to get that, and the perfect game is still going on after 3 innings. So at the end of the 3rd inning, it is scoreless.
We would like to thank our local sponsors of the game, Georgia Nurse Care. Visit them at georgianursecare.com for any home nurse service out of Brunswick, Georgia. We would also like to thank Oakwell Armory. Visit them at www.oakwellarmory.com. We we would like to thank Mr. Howard Davis of Oakville Armory for his sponsorship.
Defenses are still going really good right now. No points on the board at all. Score on the board at all.
Number 17, Brooks Bryan, up here to bat. The pitch and the strike. Brooks Bryan with the hit and with the catch off the wall.
Far, it could have been a home run, but it didn't quite get the distance, so we're going to have Mylan Ellison up to bat next.
Mylan with the swing to right field and gets that catch in. So this brings it to 2 outs in the inning.
Drew proceeds after a nice out from the outfielder.
Next batter up for Camden is Josh Parker, number 5. Oh, 1 count. Foul ball, 0-2 count. Hit it, popped up, and thrown to first. So that'll bring the end of the inning. 3 outs.
Still scoreless.
Joining us at All On Georgia live stream here in Camden County with the All On Georgia Camden County affiliate. We have 40 affiliates statewide. We just started the Cobb County affiliate today. And we would like for you all to like us on Facebook and All On Georgia Camden. And if you're from Cobb, All On Georgia Cobb. Also share this game too with your friends and your family who want to watch their friends and their grandsons and their kids and cousins. Thank you for joining in and share game too. Thank you.
I would just like to bring up how much of a pitcher's duel this is in this game. This is a game dominated by pitchers right now. Not a lot has been going on offensively, but a great game so far. I don't know about you guys. You guys might like the games with a lot of runs, but I certainly love the games with no runs or not a lot of runs at all. It makes it a little more tense, and the crowd gets a little more into it.
Yeah, it makes it a little more tense. And then the best part about these type of games is when those streaks are broken, and when, like, you know, a batter gets on a double or a triple after these streaks are there. So that's what really makes it more exciting, is just the fact that.
All right, back to the action here. Number 4, Andrew Grekel to bat, and be a 0-1 count here, called a strike. Grekel hit it, and that will bring the end to the perfect game. Gets on base. 1 on, no out here. Top of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th. My bad. He still has a no-hitter going because that was actually ruled an error by the fielder. So up to bat next is Brett Squires, number 2 for North Cobb. Ian Smith with the pitch. Laid off. Good eye there. 1-0 count.
I'm looking here to produce some offense, as it has been struggling through these innings so far.
First, nothing doing. So he will now turn his attention to Brett Squires on home plate. So see if he can get anything going here. Pitch out again to first base. Trying to make sure that runner stays faithful to that first base bag.
The defense in this game is really good. It looks like the game might come down to a few mistakes.
Ian with the pitch and held off of it. So it is a 1-0 count here. Yeah, like Dion said, this game might come down to the last few innings here, and that's what makes baseball games so great. Anything can happen at any time. Ian, the pitch, held off, 1-1 count. Brett Squires gets a lot of that one, and the fielder will bring it in, and that'll bring us 1 out in the inning. Runner stays on first, and number 10 is coming up to bat, Tristan Dobbs.
Shabby. Ian Smith always looking towards that first base to make sure he stays there. He's trying to keep a clean game, not a perfect game, but a clean game, as he's playing really well today.
Still trying to find a little more offense than what they're getting right now.
Ian there, a little inside, brings it to a 1-0 count. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. That'll bring it to 2 balls, 1 strike, no out. Wild pitch. The second baseman can't corral that in, but the runner stays at second after successfully stealing second. So let's bring it to a 2-0 count with a runner on second and 1 out in the inning.
Like I was saying earlier, North Cobb is trying to take advantage of Camden's mistakes that they're making. As you see, as he stole the second base.
Tristan Dobbs ahead in the count here, 2-0. A little high there again, 3-0.
Now, if this batter can get on base, a little bit of offense will come.
4-0. That is a walk for number 10, Tristan Dobbs. We now have a runner on first and second.
A rare walk by the Camden County's defense. Now we have someone on first and second base. We have number 24 coming up to bat.
24, A.J. Diaz is up to bat now. The left-handed hitter. Ian Smith still on the mound. Ian getting set up with the pitch. Fastball. Checking that runner from second. Maybe going to third, but gets back in second just in time.
Brooks made sure that that runner does not steal third this time.
Clean up the pitch. It's going to draw the ball, but it's going to bounce off the ground, and it's going to be a foul ball. That one a 0-1 count for Ian. Two count.
A.J. Diaz at the plate. 0-2 count. Runner on first and second. Swings, very well hit. Gets to third in time. Tries to go to first, but does not quite get there. So that will keep runners on first and second. The runner gets out trying to go to third. So it's the same situations before, but now there's two outs. So a little more pressure on the batters, I would feel.
A little more offense coming from North Cobb, you see. The North Cobb is making a way to get into this game and take the lead.
Clay Wright is your batter for North Cobb. Ian still on the mound. The pitch, and tries to lean back, but does not get the umpire. So it is an 0-1 count here with two outs.
This ball down the middle there. That's going to be an 0-1. That was a really, really nice pitch.
The pitcher's really trying to get his defense off the field so they can get some points on the board before North Cobb does.
0-2 count here.
Be ready, Coleman!
That's it.
Oh, 0-2 count. Ian with the pitch, and his 0-3 count. This brings us to three outs. That could have been very dangerous for Camden County in that inning, but they just got out of there unscathed. So it's about to be the top of the fifth. Still scoreless between Camden and North Cobb.
Very defensive game.
After 4 innings of play, score remains Camden County 0, North Cobb 0.
Local sponsors of the game: GA Nurse Care, GeorgiaNurseCare.com, In-Home Nurse Care out of Brunswick, Georgia, Oakwell Armory, www.oakwellarmory.com. We would like to thank Mr. Howard Davis of Oakwell Armory for his sponsorship. Big thank you to our statewide sponsor of the Student Partnership Program with All On GA, Kyle Durrance equals Durden, Pecan, and Meter Park, GA.
Thank our sponsors there. Always good to have a few sponsors. We're back to the action already. Number 11, Hunter Dean here to bat. get a little cooler out here than it was earlier. Earlier was kind of warm. Not kind of, a lot of warm. Hunter with the quick swing. Makes it a foul. 0-1 count. The swing, that will be called fair. Hunter will keep trucking around it. Nope, he will think about going to second, but stays at first. So that is a good leadoff single for Camden County Wildcats. Hopefully the team can build off of that, and as number 22, Justin Mesmer, comes into bat. Right now is the time in the game where runs need to be scored for either team. We're getting down to crunch time, and it is getting a little more tense than usual.
This is a very important series right here for Camden. If they can get on the board early, get some runs in, they could probably take advantage of this game because their defense has been showing up.
Top of the fifth here. Mesmer attempts the bunt, tips it, and he goes back, so that will be called a 0-1 count.
North Cobb has to stop Camden from scoring because they know how good Camden's defense is, so they're going to try and prevent them from getting any points on the board.
Catcher meet up there on the mound for a little brief second. Talk about a few things, but back to the action right now.
He's probably telling him he needs to change it up a bit because he has a runner on base, so if he changes it up a little bit more, he'd probably be able to keep batters off bases.
North Cobb Warriors looked pretty strong last game, but pretty equal game this game. I would say this is a much better game than last game. The lack of action makes for better entertainment for the viewers and for the fans out here because that's what baseball thrives off of. It needs to be entertaining.
Very entertaining ball game, like Ryland said. It's been really scoreless here and doing a great job with the pitchers.
It's an entertaining game.
In the first game, for those of you just tuning in, the first game was won by North Cobb, 4-2 over Camden County. Now, what really boosted North Cobb over Camden was in the third inning, there was a 2-out error by Camden, deep left field, and that brought in 3 runs, which brought the score to 4-1, and eventually the score ended at 4-2. So, and those of you who are just viewing now, it is obviously scoreless in the top of the 5th inning. Ball there, 1-2 count for Justin Mesmer.
The struggles for these teams have been the same as we go through these two games. Game 1, Camden showed a really good defense, but their offense was slacking a little bit. And then North Cobb was showing not as good as offense, but they thrived off of their mistakes from Camden from that error in left field. So if they can fix these problems in this game, they can quickly turn this around.
Justin Mesmer out there. 1 out in the inning. For those of you, he's out because he attempted to bunt with 2 strikes. So Chris Motley's up to bat now with 1 out in the inning and 1 on base.
It's scoreless in this game. You can judge by the dugouts that their teammates are rooting and rallying around their teammates to get a score on the board because their defense keeps coming out and pursuing. But as their offense gets on plate,
Two balls, no strikes, 1 out here, 1 on base. Chris Mobley leaning back from that one. Brings it to a 3-0 count here. Laid off that one, called a strike. Camden's fans showing a little displeasure there, but whether they like it or not, it's a 3-1 count now.
Are stuck with another strike there, so the pitcher's actually fighting back. Let's see what can happen.
Ball 4 there. Mobley going on base, so we have 1 out here in the inning. Hunter Dean on second and Chris Mobley on first. So the scoring run on second here. Tim Parker is now up to bat. Let's see what Tim Parker can do.
So now Camden's producing some offense right now as they have 2 batters on base. If they can keep this going, they can probably get a run.
Time called by the catcher. Going to talk with this pitcher about a few things. Tim hitting that to third base. And error. He is safe. An error by the third baseman. Got the runner on first. So this leaves... Oh, no, the runner attempting to go to third actually got out. So first and second are now occupied by runners. Number 4, Cole Loden at the bat now.
Trying to dodge a tag where they're at third base. Pulled some matrix action, but he couldn't quite get it to go.
Or Cole Loden fouled that ball right in front of us, off the fence. Brings it to a 0-2 count here.
Camden's really looking for a run here to stop this drought that they're on offense.
A little high there. Brings it to a 1-2 count.
The defenses out here are really doing good.
That's it. The ball took an awkward bounce away from the third baseman. Now, this makes the bases loaded. That was a pretty awkward bounce. He hit the ball and kind of bounced away from the third baseman. So 2 outs here, and the bases are loaded. Now we're at the top of the order. Ian Smith is now batting. It's a very great chance for Camden to get on the board here.
This is make it or break it. He has to be clutch here so he can get a run to get on the board.
Thinking the guy on third base wants an opportunity to steal home plate and get that 1 run for Camden. You know, North Cobb's in a bad situation right here, so we got to be able to put the pressure on him and keep it there.
We're really relying on this batter here to get a nice single We're really relying on this batter here to get a nice single so we can get third base home so Camden can get on the board.
Strike called
This
there.
will be a nice advantage for Camden as their defense is really showing up.
Strike called there. 0-1 count here for Camden County. As I said earlier, leadoff hitter here. Ian Smith with a foul ball. They will corral it and get out of the inning unscathed, just as Camden last inning. That could have been very bad for North Cobb, but they get out of the inning and keep this game scoreless.
Camden tries to come through, but they can't pull it through, so they're back on defense.
We'd like to thank our local sponsors of the game, Georgia Nurse Care. You can reach them at georgianursecare.com. They are in-home nurse care out of Brunswick, Georgia. We'd also like to thank Oakville Armory. You can reach them at www.oakvillearmory.com. We would like to thank Mr. Howard Davis of Oakville Armory for his sponsorship. Also, another big thank you to our statewide sponsor of the Student Partnership Program with All on Georgia, Kyle Durrance, in Durden, Pecan, and Metter, Georgia.
Guys watching from Cobb County, we thank you guys for tuning in, and we just hope that you stay tuned.
We'd like to thank the Camden County School Systems for allowing us to be here and allow our student interns to do what they like to do, which is broadcast and talk sports. Thank you, Camden County School System and Camden County Athletic Department. We are at the top of the sixth, and if Camden County wins this game, the game will be Saturday, 2 o'clock. Camden lost the first game 4-2. Thank you for tuning in.
Returning to the mound for his chance to keep this game nice.
Bottom of the sixth here. Ian with the pitch. Held off that one. Pretty good eye. Number 23, Devontae Cameron up to bat. Down here. Ball there. 2-0. Strike there down the middle. Very nice fastball from Ian. I don't know if you heard earlier, but for the viewers just tuning in, earlier Ian was averaging about 86 to 88 miles an hour per pitch. He's actually hitting 89 now on his fastball on average, and he's averaging 79 miles an hour on his breaking balls. 2 count here for Ian.
This is exactly why Camden needed to score, because of this reason. Their defense shows up.
Foul ball. Could have been dangerous, but that is a 2-2 count. Out as the fielder caught it. So number 7, Jonathan Young, comes up to bat. So it is, there's one out here in the inning, and Jonathan Young is now to bat. They called him fair on first base, actually. So there's a runner on first, and Jonathan Young is up to bat.
Cobb trying to get something going here with a runner on first.
The no-hitter comes in here, but a great outing by Ian as he's pitched hitless for the past 5 innings. High school baseball, they only play 7 innings, so 5 innings for a high school pitcher is pretty good, I would say.
Especially when they have 7 innings in a high school baseball game, so that's a nice way to pull it out, Ryan.
Quick 0-2 count here for Ian.
North Cobb is trying to get something going here as their offense has been struggling of late as these 5 innings have went past. They have a runner on first, but if they can't score, then it doesn't mean anything.
Number 8, Christian Tatro up to bat. 1 out in the inning, 1 on. Ian Smith with the pitch. Foul behind the away dugout. No balls, 1 strike here for Ian.
Tonight here, sky not looking so blue anymore. It's starting to turn a bit of a dark black here, so let's see what happens here as the lights get lighter here in Kingsland, Georgia.
It's getting darker in the sky, but definitely brighter on the field as the lights shine on these players. I would say this is perfect atmosphere for a game under these circumstances. Ian ahead in the count. 2 strikes, no balls. A little low there, called it a ball. Christian Tatro trying to come back in the count. 1-2 count. Clipped by the pitch there. That'll bring a runner to first and a runner to second.
North Cobb here looking at a good situation with 2 runners on base. If they can keep these 2 runners on base and score, this will be a huge advantage for Cobb.
Number
3, Matthew Terrell up to bat now. Outfielder Matthew Terrell looking to do some work. 1 out, runner on first, runner on second. This is a pretty good opportunity. Ian with the pitch, a little inside and low there, so that'll bring it to a 1-0 count. Pitch, and he held off, so this will bring it to a 1-1 count.
North Cobb really has to take advantage of this because Camden's defense isn't going to let stuff like this happen all the time. Their defense is really good.
Popped up right behind us. Got a little souvenir back here. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cobb really hoping for something to go. Foul ball.
Yeah, as Dion said, fouled right over the away side's dugout. Keep the count at 1-2. Ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 runners on base. Ian with the pitch, and the check swing, and he calls him out. So this will bring us to 2 outs in the inning, and Ian Smith is looking to do work with his last batter here.
It's really not looking good for North Cobb right now. It could be looking good if they can get this runner on base or get a run. They need a lead before Camden gets the lead because Camden's defense is really showing up. If they can get their offense going, they can take care of Camden here.
Great hit there. Runner coming in from second, and he will be safe. This gives North Cobb the lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And I just said that if they take advantage of this, they can keep a lead versus Camden. Camden just cracked. So if they can keep this lead, they can beat Camden and take care of Camden. But Camden has to tighten up on offense so they can stop this from happening.
North Cobb takes an unfortunate 1-0 lead here. Ian Smith back in the mound looking to take care of this last batter in the inning here. Little inside, 1-0 count. 2 outs in the inning. Runner on first and second. Off of a strike there, quick 1-1 count. Out straight back. Pretty glad that net's there, because if that net was not there, that would have been very bad for the people sitting behind it. 1-2 count.
I will remind you guys that if Camden wins this game Saturday, they will play to Game 3 at 2 o'clock to break the tiebreaker.
Ian Smith here, the 1-2 count. Swung on, and that will be popped out into the left field. Left field will take it, and this will bring us to the end of the inning. So as we go into the top of the 7th, it is a 1-0 lead by North Cobb. Took advantage of that mistake there, and 1 inning to see what Camden can do.
I really felt like they should have scored more so they could prevent Camden from coming back. But at least they're above what they're supposed to be.
Where are all the baseballs?
Talk right here.
Hey everybody, I got Ben Harrell here, and he's here to answer a couple of questions about how the speeds are going on over there and how the pitchers are pitching. So what are you seeing over there? What are the averages?
Well, as of right My bad, I guess mic was off, but Ian was throwing about 85 to 87 right now. He topped out at 89 a couple times. His slider's around 74, 75, nice break on it, and his changeup's around 78, 77, and got stuff going. Earlier this game or this day, Aaron topped out at 90, was throwing pretty good heat. North Cobb's over here probably throwing about 85, averaging 83, 84, with a couple breaking balls that are pretty nice. As you see, it's 1-0, so it's a pretty good game going on, and yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice game. Thanks for your input. We appreciate it, and go back and watch the game, buddy.
All right, man.
Same pitcher in for North Cobb. He's going to throw a pitch, and that one's low to the ground, but he's going to call that one a strike, so it's going to be an 0-1 count here. And we got the next guy, not the next guy, but he's going up for another pitch.
Camden's trying to get on the board. If their team can get on the board, their defense is going to hold, and that's a nice hit. Nice hit.
That was a good hit there. Brings him to second base. Nice double there. This is clutch time. If
Next batter for the Wildcats, number 15, Mylan Ellerson.
top of the seventh here, this is crunch time for Camden. They definitely need a score here. Mylan Ellerson up to bat. This is just the kid you need up to bat when you're in crunch time. The pitch to Mylan. Mylan holds off that, and good eye there. 1-0 count.
That was a nice way of Brooks being really aggressive there on the pitch. He knew what time it was, and he knew that it was time for them to.
Nice swing by Mylan.
Runner on.
Next batter for Camden County is designated hitter number 5, Josh Parker.
Great job getting behind the runner there. Mylan with that sac hit, and the runner gets to third. Now, number 5, Josh Parker's up to bat. 1 out in the inning. Camden needs at least 1 run to keep this game going.
1 out, you know, they got a good chance of getting that guy to home plate to get that 1 run because they really need it right now going into, what is it, the 6th inning after this one? Top of the 6th, sorry. 7.
So for our viewers here, little error here. We're at the top of the 6th inning. It still is crunch time, I would say, but still one more inning of play. Camden in a good situation here.
The batters here know what time it is. They feel the time that it's clutch time. They're being aggressive with all their hits and a nice hit.
That will
right
bring
there.
the run in from third. That will tie the game up 1-1. North Cobb looked to take this game, but Camden just got back into it. I would say that is pretty clutch by Camden's batters. Good way to take advantage of the pitcher, and this will bring the game to 1-1. Hunter Dean up to bat next.
Good thinking by these.
Potential of extra innings, Rylan?
You feel extra innings coming on, but
Well, the way that these Camden batters are being aggressive and attacking the ball, they're able to. They're understanding that it's clutch time. They're understanding that, so they're attacking.
Be smart now.
Bench runner for the Wildcats, number 25, Mikey Packard.
Mikey Packard coming in as a pinch runner here. Hunter Dean still up to the plate.
Mikey Packard is a great running back for the Camden County Wildcats football team, so you got to be thinking his speed is in crucial use here for the Camden County Wildcats in the top of the 6th. So we'll be looking for Mikey to steal those bases as much as possible.
Blue, they're stalling.
Just for our viewers out there, this is a very close game. So if you wanted your family and friends, anybody part of the family, to keep in touch with this game, just go ahead and click that share button, and it'll get right out to them. Anyone can view the game. This is a great game you won't want to miss.
Blue. You had plenty of time. Had all week to talk about it. Smart base running now.
Hunter Dean up here to bat. Debo on the mound. Hold off that swing there. 1-0 count. Thomas said earlier, I do maybe feel extra innings coming on. People here might have got a little more baseball than they bargained for.
Yeah, they're getting that. But if Camden batters keep being aggressive, they might can get another run and win this game. With the defense they have, they can definitely win this game.
Whatever yet, as we're only in the top of the 6th. Pop up there. Foul territory. And catch there. Get the runner out, so it will be 2 outs in the inning. Mikey on first here. Corey Dowdell, pinch hitter coming in here. Dowdell certainly a slugger. Got a pretty good single last game.
Next to the plate for the Wildcats, number 44, Corey Dowdell.
Casey, who just asked what inning we're in, we're actually in the top of the 6th inning right now. And high school baseball only plays 7 innings, so this is getting pretty down to the wire. Thank you for your question. One game, 2 outs, man on first here. Corey Dowdell in the hit for Camden County. Debo with the pitch. Corey holds off that one. Good eye there. 1-0 count. Pitch. Corey holds off that. Strike. 1-1 count. 2 out, 1 on. Just looking for that right pitch here at this at-bat. Called a strike. Batter's box looking a little big there. So brings to a 1-2 count. Pitch and the ball. 2-2 count.
If you're tuning in now, please share the game. We're at the closing innings of the game, so we hope you guys stay tuned to watch the end of this game. It's a really nice, tight ball game, so we hope you guys stay here to watch.
Corey, good hit, first baseman, but takes that one in and gets to first. So even though Camden only got 1 run that inning, they answered right back. At the bottom of the 5th, North Cobb actually got 1 run, and at the top of the 6th, Camden actually got 1 run. So a little good retaliation there. Brings it to a good game, tie ball game, anyone's game. We'd like to thank our local sponsors of the game, Georgia Nurse Care. You can reach them at georgianursecare.com. They are an in-home nurse care out of Brunswick, Georgia. We'd also like to thank Oakwell Armory. You can reach them at www.oakwellarmory.com. We would like to thank personally Mr. Howard Davis of Oakwell Armory for his sponsorship. A big thank you to our statewide sponsor of the Student Partnership Program with All on Georgia, Kyle Durrance. Durden Pecan in Metter, Georgia.
Georgia is in 40 counties across the state. We have a Camden County affiliate here, and we would like to thank the Camden County School System for allowing us to come out and stream this game and let our student interns do what they like to do, which is watch sports and commentate about it and learn about their passion about sports journalism. All on Georgia has 5 million youth statewide each month. Thanks for tuning in.
Still on the mound. Number 10, Tristan Dobbs, up to bat. Bottom of the 6th here. 1-0 count. Oh, 1 count, my bad.
If you're North Cobb, you got to be thinking, you got to score this inning. You got to score at the bottom.
1 count here. Ian with the pitch to Tristan Dobbs. Holds off that strike, beat a 1-2.
Smith has been in this game the whole time. Didn't even have to put a closer in for this closing inning, but you know he's doing a good job. So I don't see why you would take him off the mound. You know, been throwing some really good balls lately.
Besides that little last inning, Ian Smith has played a remarkable game. He's kept the speed up the whole entire game. Number 10 fouling it back behind the plate again. Keep it at a 1-2 count. But as I was saying about the speed, Ian keeps it in the high 80s the whole entire game, putting the pressure on North Cobb batters. Ian pitches a little high there, 2-2 count. Two count, no outs, bases empty. For everyone wondering what inning we're in the bottom of the 6th as the left fielder takes that ball in, and that will lead us to 1 out in the inning. So we have 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. There are only 7 innings played in high school baseball. So this is a very, very defensive game.
Also doesn't have any North Cobb runners on any bases right now. So pitcher has a clean slate back behind him. Didn't have to worry about nothing. Just got to get these batters out. That's all he's got to worry about.
Number 24, A.J. Diaz up to bat. Chopper down to the shortstop. And the runner gets on base. And that will give us 1 on, 1 out in the inning. For everyone wondering who's on first, A.J. Diaz, number 24, just got on first base. And this leads us to Clay Wright at the plate. Amy Boston with the question, who won the first game? North Cobb actually took the first game 4-2 off of a left field error in the 3rd inning. That drove 3 runners in, my bad, which led it to a 4-1 game, and the game eventually ended as a 4-2 game. I would say this game is much closer. Everyone loves close baseball. I certainly love close baseball. This brings us to a 1-1 count with 1 out in the inning, with 1 runner on. Clay Wright. That is a 2-out play. The second baseman caught the ball and threw it to first, and that was a double play, a pretty weird double play. Brings us to the top of the 7th for the Camden batters. Now, this is what can happen. We could either, A, have Camden score, they win, or have North Cobb score and they win, or if neither of the teams score, we go to extra innings. Now, extra innings, those get a little hectic because it's make it or break it. I would say in extra innings, the players are a lot more focused. The parents are a lot more focused. A little more cleaner baseball because they're not trying to risk anything too much. But in the top of the 7th, we might see a little more clean baseball now as they're not trying to give up anything too bad. Just like to mention again, these pitchers for both teams are doing a terrific job. This is such a defensive game, such a pitcher-dominated game. Once again, I can't stress it enough. These games mean so much to these kids, and if I was out there on the field, I couldn't imagine how I'd feel.
Said extra innings, nerves get crazy. Everybody starts sweating. They get crazy, and they start biting on their fingernails because when it gets down to those closing innings, it gets hectic, like you said. So we're in for a fantastic game tonight. I honestly think we're going for extra innings. I don't think this game's going to end anytime soon.
All on Georgia is streaming live from Kingsland, Georgia here, Camden County with the Camden County All on Georgia affiliate. Please share this game with your friends. We are down to the wire here in Camden County.
We have number 20, the left-handed batter, Chris Mobley, coming on to bat now. Brings it to a 1-0 count. No crazy pitch there, brings it to a 2-0 count. Top of the 7th here. No outs, no runners on base. Fastball right down the middle there, bring it to a 2-1 count. Chris Mobley looking for that pitch. Hasn't quite seen it yet.
Here is clutch time for both teams. They have to play the best defense and the best offense they possibly can. Camden really has to clutch this if they really want to go into Game 3 and win this series.
2-2 count, brings it to a 3-2 count. Check the swing, and they will say he did not follow all the way through, so this will bring it to a 3-2 count. Count here. Always nice to work the pitcher in these situations, especially in a game like this. Called a strike, so he actually got a strikeout to lead off the inning. This brings us with no runners on, 1 out in the inning.
Wildcats, number 12, Tim Parker.
Number 12, Tim Parker up to bat. The pitch, the swing. Tipped it there, believe, so that would be a foul. 0-1 count, 1 out. Pitch, and he held off that high ball there, so bring it to a 1-1 count. Parker ready for the pitch. The pitch comes, and the pitch is swung on and out to right field, and the fielder can get that, and he will go to second, and he will be safe at second as he slides.
What?
And this will leave us with a runner on, and yeah, runner on, 1 out, scoring run on second. So let's see if Camden can take care of this and come out here with a win.
I wouldn't say that was much of a mistake by Cobb, but I would say it was more of a good hit by Camden as the outfielder missed the catch and the batter gets on second base.
Just to clarify, we're on the top of the 7th, so if Camden scores a run here, North Cobb will actually have a chance to retaliate. North Cobb is actually changing pitchers here.
Bringing back in the closer from the last game. He was doing a really good job closing the batters out, so let's see what he can do. You know, the guys on the Camden plate, you know, they got to be thinking, this guy's got some fastballs, so let's see what happens.
Cameron coming back in as the closer for North Cobb. Last game he averaged around 86, 87 miles an hour. Great speed there for a high school pitcher. Still have 1 out here, top of the 7th. Let's see what the closer can do.
The new pitcher for the Warriors is number 23, Devontae Cameron.
Back to the game here. A runner on second for Camden County. One out in the game. Watch that pitch go right by him. Number 4, Cole Loden. It'll be a ball, 1-0 count. Pitch and the strike. 1-1 count here. Swung on and missed here by Cole Loden. Bring it to a 1-2 count. Swung on and hit right past the second baseman. So there will be a runner on first and third now. With the base hit, I'd say that the Camden players are coming to play here in the top of the 7th, as they should be.
As Rowland and Thomas, if you guys noticed, as we got later on into the innings, the players got more aggressive when it came to batting, and you see they're scoring, and you know they're getting on bases. So, how do you feel this is going to turn out in the top of the 7th?
Well, I think with 2 runners, one on first and one on second, we actually have a chance. Oh, sorry, third. One on third. You know, we actually got a chance to put up 1 run. So if we could just get a nice bat here, maybe pop it up and get the guy to home plate, that'd be nice.
Cut you off here, but this is exactly what Camden needs. That's the leadoff hitter, Ian Smith, is now up to bat. Ian has a chance to pad his stats here. If he could drive one of these runs in, it'd be absolutely great.
1 out, you know, he's got to be thinking, he's got to be confident. You know, with 1 out, you know, less room for error, but, you know, yeah, if he gets it, you know, guys can get there.
Count here for Ian Smith, the leadoff hitter. Ball a little high, 3-0 count. 1 out in the inning. Called a strike. Ian got a little eager there to get to first, but holds it at a 3-1 count here.
They can get someone on. If they can get a walk here, they can get some. Yeah.
That is ball 4, so a runner will be on first, second, and third now with only 1 out in the inning. So bring,
now, Camden has their
I believe
bases
Brooks
loaded.
Bryan will come in now. And Brooks, outstanding player. If there was one guy on the plate you'd want, it'd probably be this guy. Allen has history of being quite a slugger, so we'll see what can happen. My bad. Had Brooks swinging there. 0-1 count with 1 out in the inning, bases loaded.
It's getting very tedious for the fans, for the teammates, other people on the field. You can sense the intensity of this game so right now, as it is 1-1 at the top of the 7th.
That's 1 out, 1-1 count, and bases loaded. North Cobb, a little bit of trouble here. Strike, 1-2 count.
One out, you got to be thinking he wants to hit this one just because he's got 2 strikes. But at the beginning, like I was going to say, he would probably go for a walk because then that guy on third base would have been able to get to home and maybe put them up.
As you can see here, Brooks just got a strikeout. But not to fear, Mylan Ellerson is coming up next. Fans getting a little restless here. Mylan Ellerson on the plate with 2 outs. Possibly the last batter of the inning for Camden County.
Mixed emotions out here, so.
No count here, 2 outs in the inning. Got Mylan swinging, 1-1 count here. Got Mylan swinging again, bring it to a 1-2 count here. This is not looking good for Camden County. Pitcher comes up for the 1-2 count. And swing, maybe? No. Called a ball. So we got a 2-2 count here. 2 outs in the inning, bases loaded. Pitch. The wild pitch. Runner from third comes on, and he will be safe. Runner from Camden comes on to home plate, and he will be safe. So this brings it to a 2-1 Camden game. So this will come down to North Cobb in the bottom of the 7th.
Certainly put a smile on my face seeing Tim get to that home plate there with a nice bad pitch by the pitcher, and it went kind of towards the back part where the camera's sitting, so I'm glad I didn't hit that. But that was a great play.
3-2 count here for Mylan Ellerson. Runners on second and third. Mylan steps back from the home plate. Takes time.
You got to be thinking Camden's liking this, the way their defense is playing right now.
Remind you viewers what happened just now. Wild pitch by the pitcher brought in the runner from third for Camden and gave Camden the 2-1 lead. Now in the bottom of the 7th, it all comes down to North Cobb. Also, full count for Mylan Ellerson. Runners on second and third. Mylan back up to the plate. The pitch, the full count, and the walk. So Mylan will go to first. This means bases loaded again for Camden County. Up next to bat, I believe this is Josh Parker coming up to bat next.
You got to be thinking that Camden really likes this situation. Bases loaded, they're up by 1, and their defense is really clutch. So this is really looking good for Camden.
Wildcats, number 5, Josh Parker.
You guys, but that was a nice way for Milan to fight back in it. You know, at one point it was a 1-2 count, so to see him bring it back up to a 4-2 count was a very nice job by Milan there.
Yeah, that's called ball intelligence. He knows what he's doing at all times when he's on the field.
In the swing, pretty high, and it will be caught to end the inning. So the Warriors don't take too much damage, but it could be just enough. 2-1 game, Camden County, going back into the bottom of the 7th. All comes down to North Cobb. If North Cobb cannot get a run in this inning, they will lose, and they will force the game 3.
For our local sponsors of the game, Georgia Nurse Care, visit georgianursecare.com for any home nurse services. They are out of Brunswick, Georgia. We would also like to thank Oakwell Armory. You can visit them at www.oakwellarmory.com. We would like to thank Mr. Howard Davis of Oakwell Armory for his sponsorship. We would also like to give a big thank you to our statewide sponsors of Student Partnership Program with All on Georgia, Kyle Durrance and Durden Pecan in Metter, Georgia.
For our new viewers, I'd just like to remind you guys that the pitcher Ian Smith had a perfect game going into the first 4 innings. Sally came to end in the 5th, but has not come back to haunt them, as it is a 2-1 game for Camden County. Ian Smith is still on the mound, and got a North Cobb batter coming up here. The pitcher for North Cobb coming into bat, Devontae Cameron, number 23. Ian Smith, the pitch, and the swing would be a foul ball. 0-1 count, no outs in the inning. With the pitch and the ball in the dirt off the catcher, but pitcher will stay. 1-1 count. The North Cobb Warriors are in the dead middle of their lineup here as they're heading into the bottom of the lineup. Swung on, fouled again. 1-2 count.
You know, having Ian Smith here at the end of the 7th here, we got to be thinking that we need to keep it going. You know, his clean game's been happening all day, and he needs to keep it up, especially in this bottom of the 7th here.
Definitely does need to happen as he pitches a ball, 2-2 count. But as you were saying, yes, Ian needs to keep the game clean. And will come out with a win, but it's 2 strikes here for Ian with the pitch and the swing. Very well hit, but I believe that will go foul. And I believe it was caught by the fielder, so that would be an out. And the second batter for North Cobb is coming up, number 7, Jonathan Young.
Thrift that pulled that one down there back in the right field, so that was a good catch.
Batting number 7, Jonathan Young for North Cobb. Ian Smith getting ready for the pitch. The pitch and the ball. 1-0 count. Went out in the inning. No runners on base.
He's got to be careful there, you know. Ball almost hit the batter, but, you know, he's lucky he got a ball there.
Little low there. 1-1 count, called a strike. 2-0. Sorry, my bad. 3-0. Ian is behind in this count. North Cobb batter. Get ready for the pitch. Called a strike. 3-1 count. Pitch. The strike. 3-2 count. Jonathan Young, pretty eager to get on first base there, but will have to stay for at least one more pitch.
Count here down the bottom of the 7th. Let's see what the pitcher can do. He's been playing good all game. Let's see if he can fight in it.
The hit.
Looks like it's a hit out to center
The
field.
shortstop, the throw, and he is out. A very athletic stretch by Hunter Dean. Hunter Dean made such a great play there to have 2 outs. Now, I would like to remind all the viewers, we have 2 outs. If North Cobb cannot get a hit and cannot score, this will come to a Game 3 tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Like I was saying earlier, guys, this is exactly what Camden wanted. They wanted to get ahead in the game and then rely on their good defense to stop North Cobb, which is what they're doing right now.
Good point there, Dion. Ian's been able to keep this good game today, and he's keeping it clean, precise, and he knows where he wants to go with the ball. So when you have that, you know you have a really good defensive game.
Now, for North Cobb, this all comes down to Christian Tatro. He's been pretty reliable today. 1-1 count, 2 outs, and no one on base. Make it or break it here for Ian. The pitch and the ball. 2-1 count.
You guys compare Aaron Wainwright's pitching day to Ian.
2-1.
I think both pitchers have been playing a really good game. Aaron had a really good series when he first came out, and so has Ian. So pitchers today for Camden have been pretty nice, and I like them.
Full count here. The bottom of the 7th. Possibly the last pitch of the game. This is crunch time. Ian has been on the whole entire game. Batter takes a break here. As Ian makes his way back to the mound. He might get ready to close this game out. Happen in the next few moments.
Stop here. It's game over.
The pitch and the ball. He will walk. There will be at least one more batter to come on. We now have Matthew Terrell on the bat now. The runner on first. 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th.
Breaking there, but it doesn't necessarily mean game's not in Camden's favor. Of course, you got one guy on first base, so not too bad. Just make sure he just stays disciplined to that bag, and also, you got a batter coming up for Cobb. He really wanting to strike that guy out.
Strike 1 right down the middle for Ian Smith. The 0-1 count. Two outs here. 0-1 count. Well hit. The runner from first will try and advance to third, and he will advance to third. Safe. So now there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th with the runner on first and third for North Cobb. This does not look good because we are at the top of the order here for North Cobb.
North Cobb's making a really good comeback with their offense flowing, getting really nice hits, playing aggressive, just like Camden was in the beginning. The tables have turned.
Andrew Grekel up to bat now. With the runner on first and third, 2 outs. Coach meeting with the pitcher here.
Our local sponsors of the game. We got Georgia Nurse Care. You can visit them at georgianursecare.com for any home nurse service. You would also like to thank Oklahoma Army at www.oklahomaarmy.com. And we'd also like to thank Howard Davis of Oklahoma Army for his sponsorship.
Top of the order here for North Cobb, Andrew Grekel up to bat. With a runner on first and third, you have to think that the pressure is on Andrew. Also, as much pressure on Andrew as there was on Ian. Bottom of the seventh here. 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch coming. The ball. 2-0 count now. Andrew may look like he pulled something in his leg, trying to battle through it, but go count here. Very well hit. Can the fielder grab it? He can. Camden will win the ball game 2-1. Camden will win the ball game. Final score 2-1 Camden County. This means that they will drive it to a third game tomorrow at 2 p.m. I repeat, the baseball game is at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Now, we will be covering that baseball game as well. So if you're just as interested in that game as you are in these games, make sure to tune in and stay put. There'll be a lot of action in those games, in that game.
Two teams came out, really fought hard today. One kid actually walked off with I think a pretty bad cramp, so he played his heart out today for the Cobb Warriors, and he got himself, one game, and he got to, Camden got a chance to win another. So they split it. We get to do another game tomorrow, so I'm feeling excited about that. And let's hear a couple words from Dion, see how he feels about that game.
That game, in my opinion, was really good. It was a really tight game. You could tell they had a lot of similarities. They had a lot of the same struggles, which is what made it a good game. So I really want to see it tomorrow. That's really what I want.
I'd like to thank the fans who came in to join us with the All on Georgia Camden live stream here in Kingsland, Georgia at the Camden Yards. We would like for you to tune in tomorrow. We are going to be streaming live tomorrow at 2 p.m. here at Camden County. I'd like to thank Camden County School System for allowing us to come and stream the game and giving our student commentators the opportunity to learn and continue to grow as announcers. And we appreciate you all as viewers being patient with us with our technology and our ability to bring live streaming to you. We encourage you to like All on Georgia Camden Facebook page, where you can get local news and state news brought to you by All on Georgia Camden. Thank you for coming, and thank you for watching.